What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're on my channel, thank you so much for joining. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button for updates, and like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Or if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I mean, honesty is the best way to be, right? So please do so. Leave comments, keep it professional. Let's have conversations about the things that I talk about. I have other movie reviews, so if you've seen any of the movies that I've reviewed already, please check out the review and let's have that conversation going there. If you like independent short films, I am a filmmaker. Please check out my short films from when I first started, from in the past to now, how I've grown and whatnot. I always say that, and I can always improve. So that'll mean a lot if you like independent films and you check that out. Please share it with friends or family if they're also into independent short films and just movies in general. If that's their thing, they love being on YouTube and watching stuff, send them to my page. That means a lot. I know I'm dressed up, but I'm here at work waiting to start my shift, so I'm in the break room, and I figured I'd get this video going because it's been a while from the last video. But I did see 3 movies on Netflix that I had not gotten around to, so I figured I'd just combine them all together in this video. Small reviews for each. They are Day Shift, Interceptor, and Kate, which was the one I saw last night, and I actually enjoyed that one also. I mean, I've enjoyed all the 3, but if I had to choose, I think Kate was my favorite. But I'll get into that because it wasn't anything unique. But let's just start with Day Shift. Day Shift with Jamie Foxx. You have Dave Franco, of course, other actors, but those are the 2 main ones that I know or have seen. And Snoop Dogg is in it, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. Just a little unbelievable that the vampires weren't really known. Like, there's a bureau or a group that hunts vampires. They know about the vampires agency and they have people hired. And Jamie Foxx apparently he fell off with the agency and he doesn't work for them no more, but he needs the money because his ex-wife and his daughter, they're about to leave, and he doesn't want them to leave because they need the money to stay. They need the money to stay in Los Angeles, but they don't have money, so the mom offered to have them move out there and they can stay with her. But Jamie Foxx's character doesn't want that. He wants, the daughter to stay there. And of course, even though he's not with the mom, I'm pretty sure when you watch it, he still has something for her. But it's really about his daughter. And at the end of the day, he wants to get back into the agency. So Snoop Dogg's character, who's like real popular in the agency, helps him to get in. But Jamie Foxx, he's like on thin ice. Any wrong move that he used to do or the way he acts, he's fired. And he has Dave Franco's character, who's like, he deals with the money situation and all. He has to accompany him in the hunting of vampires to make sure he doesn't mess up. So, Dave Franco, he's a wimp. Obviously, he doesn't go out to hunt vampires, but he handles his own. He does what he has to do eventually after peeing on himself many times and all that. But he eventually becomes a vampire, but not in the sense that he can't control himself. Like, he's not like the regular vampires that just, they're gonna go after people and without a sense of who they were. He actually knows he's a vampire and he actually can handle his own. And he's not the only one that is a vampire that is fighting against the other vampires and helping Jamie Foxx in that condition. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. The cast is great. I always laugh with Jamie Foxx because I feel like sometimes he can't try to act serious. Like, it's not believable to me because it's like I'm so used to him with comedy and stuff. So when he tries to act serious, I don't believe it. And then I'm saying in all cases in films, he's not believable. But for some reason with this film, when he had to be serious when he was captured, I didn't find it, I couldn't believe it because I'm just like, yeah, it's Jamie Foxx. He's more comedic. But he's done, obviously, some serious roles. And I'm not saying he's incapable of serious roles. But for this movie in particular, I just didn't buy his seriousness when he had to be. But for the most part, he was Jamie Foxx, smart ass and doing what he's got to do, kicking ass, killing vampires and stealing the teeth, because that's how they get money, by taking out the teeth. And Snoop Dogg's character is just this badass hunter, and he's just well liked and well known. So I enjoyed Day Shift. I just couldn't buy that people didn't know there were vampires in Los Angeles, being hunted. Like, they're just out there on the streets. Apparently, I guess they have like suntan lotions to block out the sun. That's how they started to be able to be in the streets or so. But they would be hiding in secluded areas and houses. And it's like, how do these vampires not avoid any checkups to these houses and places, and without having to get exposed to the light, before having to answer to any body that comes to the house to visit or check up on them or something. So I don't know. I didn't buy into that, like how the vampires weren't known. But other than that, it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I say check it out if you like vampire films, hunting films. I mean, it's a fun film. It's comedic, has comedic elements, has action. It's really enjoyable. So I'd say check it out. I guess 2 thumbs for me. It's on Netflix. Check it out. Day Shift. You wouldn't be disappointed, I don't think, because it's a fun movie. And who doesn't like Jamie Foxx? I think he has some great movies. I've never really had problems with him in film. And Dave Franco, I enjoyed Dave Franco a lot. I like his characters and the films he's played. I always thought he was cool, and to see him again, because it's been a while, it was pretty cool to see him in film again, because again, I haven't seen him in so long. So check out Day Shift, I recommend it. Alright, so the second film is Interceptor, starring Elsa Pataky. Who's Elsa Pataky? If it's Pataki or Pataki, I apologize. Elsa, if you've not seen the Fast and the Furious movies, where Vin Diesel's character Dom, he meets I guess he was from Brazil, the cop, and he has a relationship with, and they have a kid together, and she ends up dying in one of the franchisers. Spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't seen Fast and the Furious. I should have said something before, but if I'm editing it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put spoiler anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, it stars Elsa Pataky, and she's basically in the Marines or so, Army, Air Force, and in her past, she had exposed a top general or such, who was trying to take advantage of her, sexually, and she called him out, but she was shitted on because people said, "Oh, you're a traitor," you ratted on this guy, and she was shitted on and, mentally abused. So apparently, when the movie starts, for her character, she's going to an interceptor base in the sea. There's 2 interceptor bases for missiles that are, if anyone's launching a missile from any country, these bases will intercept those missiles, and there's only 2. And in the beginning of the film, one of the bases it's being overtaken. I don't remember what location it was, but it's on land. It was being overtaken, and then the only interceptor base is her base. So when she lands, there's 2 characters that see her, and they just go off, but they look suspect. And she's pretty much in this base and getting affiliated with these people that she had known once, and she's kind of upset. She's like, "Why am I here?" But pretty much she was shitted on from the groups within the army or so. They put her in this in the middle of nowhere base when she returned and whatnot. So, but let's get to the point. She is the only person who is kick-ass in this film, because within that base there are traitors trying to take out this intercept this base, and the Americans who betrayed America and helped Russia to get, I believe it's Russia, because obviously Russians are involved, but I don't know if it was specifically Russia that they were in on it, or just people within Russia or Russian that were in on stealing 16 missiles to aim it at 16 cities in the U.S. And the American, if you guys name the character, he's helping them to destroy America because he thinks America is trash and not as great as they make themselves to be. She realizes this is the last base that can intercept these missiles, and when she's trying to fight back, which she does, gets into a lot of major fights with a lot of the traitors. One of the guys that she thought was on her side was part of that group of traitors, and the other guy he's scared, he's just a computer guy, and he's not really helpful. There was just moments where I'm like, bro, just grab the gun and help her. She's fighting this guy who's kick her ass, but she held her own and killed him instead. But it was just basically focused on this one location in the base and how she just handled everybody that was in the base, and saves the day. The interceptor base is getting shut down, but she's able to, in the midst of all this chaos with all the the traitors and just being alone pretty much and fighting these bad guys. I thought it's pretty cool because you got a badass woman holding it down. And was the story very unique? I would say no. It felt familiar, but pretty much you could say Die Hard. But she held her own, and I've never really seen Elsa Pataky in a solo movie, so to see her in a solo movie was cool, and I really enjoyed it. It was really enjoyable, how she handled her own in this base, trying to protect, the interceptor base for the missiles that are apparently going to be shot out, which there are times where it's shot out, and it's how much time does she have to try to reach this button that she needs and whatnot. So it was cool. I really enjoyed it. Again, 2 thumbs up for me if you really enjoy it. Action and films that are focused on one location, and you get to see how this person handles their own in a situation where it's like they shouldn't be able to get out of it, and they end up doing so. And shout out to Chris Hemsworth, who is actually her husband. Chris Hemsworth Thor, if you don't know, Elsa Pataki and Chris Hemsworth are married. That's his wife. He's her husband. And if you didn't know that, now you do. He's actually in a cameo. He's like this guy with long hair who works at this electronics store. He's just like, he's Chris Hemsworth. It's hilarious. It's a real cameo, but showing love to his wife's film, and just the star in it, I thought it was cool. Which reminds me, there is another film. It should be 4 reviews. I forgot about this film, but he's in it. I think it's called Spiderhead. I'll say, I'll just go straight into it. Interceptor, 2 thumbs up. Check it out. I really enjoyed it. I think you will too. But yeah, let's talk about Spiderhead. I know I didn't mention it, but I'm just gonna throw it in there real quick. That stars Chris Hemsworth, and then you have Miles Teller. If you know who Miles Teller is, he just recently was a part of Top Gun Maverick as Goose's son. I never saw Top Gun Maverick, but I hear great things about it. I did see Top Gun, the first one, but I haven't seen Maverick yet. But stars Miles Teller as well, and it's an interesting movie. I'll just say that I really enjoyed. Again, it's focused on this one area, this one location, and how Chris Hemsworth is testing things with chemicals and whatnot, and how people's emotions are affected, and how they can make them do things. And this is like a jail area location, so Miles Teller's character, he's in jail for what he had committed. So I would just say check that out. That's another 2 thumbs up for me. I really enjoyed that. Netflix has been on a roll for me. I normally don't watch Netflix like that, but I've been catching up on some stuff, and these films have been awesome. Alright, so now let's get straight to the last film. It's called Kate, starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Woody Harrelson. And I'm just gonna say it was a very engaging movie. It has a lot of action. Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character is kick-ass. However, it was not a unique movie. It wasn't anything brand new, but I did enjoy it. It was really predictable. From the beginning, I already knew, I'm gonna just say spoiler alert, I already knew Woody Harrelson's character was, he betrayed her from the jump. I expected it, and I wasn't surprised when it did happen, but I enjoyed it. And it's one of those films where her character, she's dying. She was poisoned and she's dying. There's no way to heal her, so she has a limited amount of time with about 5 vials to help her sustain herself to complete her task of killing who she has to kill that poisoned her. And of course, once that's done, she can die peacefully. There is a great chase sequence that I thought was unique, and I really enjoyed the way they did this car chase sequence. It's set in Japan, and the vehicle she's riding in, it has these neon lights, and just the way it was shot, I thought it was really awesome. Again, check out Kate. It's nothing unique story-wise, but it really is action-packed, and it's just it was a fun movie. Again, I enjoyed it. I give it 2 thumbs up. All these films that I've given 2 thumbs up today, the 4 films, I really enjoy them. Are they anything grand and crazy and oh wow? No, but they're really fun, and sometimes you just need to watch fun movies. So those are my 4, not 3, 4 mini movie reviews. Again, thank you so much for joining my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I'll say it again, please subscribe, hit that notification button, leave likes, and let's have comments. Keep it professional, and thank you so much. Until next time, later.